What's that darn Tinny up to now? Out there in that shop, the lights are on. He's out there doing something. Well, I think we better go out there and see. He might need some help. Oh, hi, I'm Tinny from minibulldesign, and today I'm out here playing with my Recumbent Trike. Now, this morning I built mini atomics. It's a fairly easy day. I built 10 mini atomics. Woo-woo! Cookies and milk. Then I spent the rest of the day cleaning this shop up and getting it so I could have my table to set this all up and measure everything out. That was quite a job in itself because the place was really a mess, but I've got it pretty well cleaned up now. So, I'm at decision time now with this bike. I'm not going to make it from the original plans. I'm going to change it some for two reasons. One is, the plans call for an indirect steering with the steering actually coming out underneath the seat with a length that goes up to the front end. I don't particularly care for that. It's a little complicated and it's not what I want for my first bike. Maybe if I was going to go a little more high performance, I might go with that. I want direct steering where the two levers come right off the top of the kingpins. So you're steering right off the front wheels. And I also saw on YouTube, which is just a huge source of information. You go on YouTube, Robert and I watch YouTube videos of recumbent bikes that people have made and factory-made ones and people touring in Europe. We probably did that for like 3 hours and we saw a lot of really good ideas. And one of them was that the arms that come back from the pivot point, right here, that come back that you steer with, I saw 2 or 3 of these where they had that arm that comes up here and comes back, come right over by the edge of the wheel, and then they put a caliper right here to put conventional cantilever brakes on it, right off of the arm, and then had their steering right here with their brake handle, which worked really well and is really simple, and more importantly is really cheap because I don't have to buy disc brakes. Now in order to have the direct steering, I can't have the sweep in the front end that these original plans do. I've got to swing the front end back. So I've got to do some measuring, and I've got to, I've got to make some decisions here before I start cutting steel and welding. But I've got my, on the original plans, they built this from scratch, from this type of stock. And I decided to go with this because it's probably no heavier, and I already have it. And if I dare, I can put a shock, because this was originally a suspension bike, and a shock absorber with a spring goes in right here, so I could make this, and probably will, depending on how brave I'm feeling or overwhelmed at the time, probably will make it a rear suspension, which would be nice. If you hit a bump, it would spring. And I saw the exact same thing on a few bikes on YouTube, where they had the exact same thing, this rear fork with the suspension in it, which is a rather comical little piece that looks like this. It's a shock absorber and a spring, and it goes up right in here, and then hooks to another beam up here, and the pivot point is right here. So that's pretty cool. And you've probably guessed by now that I'm having an absolute ball doing this. Now, the very first one I'm building, this one, is a learner. I'm going to make all my mistakes on this one, or a lot of my mistakes. I'm probably going to have to rebuild it. When I get done, it's probably going to look really bad, and I'll go out and ride it and say, okay, I should have done this, I should have done that. And when I get all done, I'll have a real education, plus I'll have a lot of fun, and maybe, a 50-50 chance I might even get a recumbent bike out of it that is good enough to, like, I don't know, give to somebody to play around with, Dino or Robert or somebody. Dino maybe, Robert's pretty high-end. He doesn't go for this junky stuff. Dino, he's kind of a junkyard dog. He'd probably get a kick out of it. So anyway, that's where I am on this. I won't bore you with any more details. I do have mine. Pretty proud of this. Got my 2 front arms all done. Got the bearings all on, and those are ready to weld on. My main beam. Got my welder. I'm in. Just got to have some dimensions. So I'm Tinny from minibulldesign. Get on hike. Take a friend. Yes, I'm building QMH tomorrow and part stands. And more important than anything, say hi to Mary and have a really great day.